Hey guys, so I actually wasn't planning on doing a review right now, but after using the new Stila primer and Souffle foundation, I've tried it now 4 different times. I had to do a review to warn you guys because these are a big disappointment. Well, they look beautiful. Unless you're buying them solely to look pretty on your sink, I would highly recommend you pass. Now, the first few times I used this, it just looked terrible. And this time I used it today and it looked terrible, and rinsed it off, start all over again. And you know what though, I will say some of my favorite foundations were ones I really disliked from the start, but this one just isn't going anywhere. So I'll start really quick with the Illumination primer. And I will say that it's more of a mattifying primer than illuminating. So I have used this. I just like to keep these on as long as they stick on. So let me see. So this shade is supposed to be sheer illumination. I think there's 2 different shades, but it does nothing to illuminate, and more just mattifies it, and it makes your skin look flaky. It does make it last a little bit longer than it normally would, but here's what it looks like on my hand. And I'm wearing this on my face too, and it just looks terrible. So there's really no illumination at all. I mean, it really just mattifies it. It does have a little bit of fragrance in there. Otherwise, no other ingredients to really be super concerned about. The scent dissipates rather quickly. And unless you're in the market for a slightly mattifying primer, you might like it. But overall, it really doesn't. It's got a few beneficial ingredients, but other than that, not much, and not much illuminating is going on there. But it does extend the wear time of this foundation as well as other foundations a couple extra hours, but it ends up making skin look flaky and dry, and that's why I've used it several different times now and have either had to start over or just ended up looking flaky throughout the day, so, and patchy. So, and then in terms of the Lingerie Souffle foundation, skin perfecting foundation, I have shade number 2, and I'm wearing it right now as well. Again, I put it on, it looked terrible, took it off. Anyway, so I think I played with this foundation and primer enough to know that no matter what, I'm not going to end up liking it. So, so let me give you a little swatch of this. This has a decent wear time, so maybe if you have more oily skin, you might appreciate it, but I just found this to look very orangey applied. It just is kind of an unnatural tint. So yeah, see, no matter what. And, you know, once you smooth it out, it ends up being very low coverage foundation. See, that's shade number 2. See how orange it looks? And it tends to oxidize more throughout the day. But no matter any amount of applying it, smoothing it, blending it, it just doesn't work well. And it doesn't layer well with other products. It tends to pill and just look very, very orangey. And that's shade 2, which is one of the lighter ones. So, kind of a bummer, big bummer, because it does look pretty on your vanity, but other than that, it's just a big disappointment. And if you travel at all, these are heavy. You're not going to be traveling with these. I mean, they're just ridiculous. So, yeah, kind of a disappointment. They've got better foundations out there, so I just recommend you pass, unless you just love trying new things or like the way it looks on your vanity, because it does look nice, but otherwise, just does not work. So I don't know, just kind of a quick warning. I wasn't going to do a video, but I got so fired up after using this. It's hard to find a product that gets me that passionate that I either love it that much or really dislike it that much. So I'm like, I got to do a video right now. So anyway, so just to warn you guys about that, they have better foundations out there. The brand does, and there's other ones out there in general. Unless you have very oily skin, you might appreciate it. Oily with no flakiness, it just accentuates the dry patches. And overall, a disappointment. So, unless you have orange skin, I don't know. Anyway, so that's kind of my quick video for today. So, thank you guys so much, and I'll see you tomorrow.